In this section, we will conduct an exercise using the software program QGIS. For this exercise, we will be making what is known as a choropleth map that shows the population gradient across the U.S. at the state level. A choropleth map is a thematic map that depicts various quantities or differences between quantities by using shading or patterning. This uses given geographic boundaries, such as state or county lines. I show here on the left an example of a choropleth map. Here, we see rates of malaria by country. In contrast, you can do something different called a heat map, which is shown on the right. Here you can see that malaria rates are once again depicted, but not bounded by country or other arbitrary geographic lines. Heat maps can also be very effective and very powerful. However, they are a little bit more challenging to make when data is less available. Therefore, we will be using choropleth maps in our exercise. Let's get started. Open QGIS. Under Project, select New. Under Layer, select Add Layer, and then Add Vector Layer, and navigate to your U.S. state shapefile. Select the .shp file to add. Something like the map shown here will appear on your screen. Now we need to add in our population data, which, as you recall, is in a separate CSV file. Under Layer, select Add Layer, and then Add Delimited Text Layer. Navigate to your population CSV file. Ensure that First Record Has Field Names is selected under Record and Fields options. In addition, be sure to select No Geometry, Attribute Only Table, under Geometry Definition. The CSV file should now appear as a layer in the Layer window along with your shapefile. If you look here at the screenshot of my screen, you can see under Layers the population_2017 file as a CSV file, and then the shapefile TL_2017_US_state. Now we will join the two data sets. Right-click the shapefile and select Properties. Go to Joins in the left column, as shown in this example, and select the green plus sign button at the bottom. The dialog box that pops up is called Add Vector Join. In this box, select your population file as the Join layer, Geography as the Join field, and Name as the target field. What you are basically telling your program is that the information under Geography from your population file and Name in your shapefile provide the same information, that each row is unique. That is what the program will use to bring together the information from the two sources. Click OK and apply the join. You now have a shapefile in which the population data has been added. Open your attribute table by right-clicking on the shapefile and selecting Open Attribute Table. If you scroll over to the final columns, you will see the population values added to the appropriate states. Now, right-click on the shapefile and select Properties and then Symbology. Select Graduated in the top pull-down menu, and under Column, select Population. You are telling the program to show graduated quantities of population size by doing these two options. Under Mode, select Quantiles. This tells the program to put an equal number of states in each of how many ever classes you choose. This is considered the optimal method for displaying epidemiologic data in choropleth maps. Having made these selections, you will see a pop-up box similar to what is displayed here. You can see that Graduated is selected in the top, that the columns are by population, and the classes that I have selected for this are just under the symbol area, and you can see the number 5 is shown. You can now change all of these options. You can select the number of classes you would like, you can change your color scheme, and you can also choose the legend format that you like. Apply all of your changes and click OK. I encourage you to enjoy this and try various options to see what works the best for you. Now let's take a moment and label the states on our map. Right-click the shapefile layer and go to Properties. Select Labels. Select Single Labels in the top drop-down menu and then select Name as the column for Label Width. Apply the labels. You can then modify your font sizes as you please. Once we have done this, we need to save the map project into something that we can then export. Ideally, a map should be an easy-to-read and informative standalone document. That is, if it gets separated from your manuscript or your report, anyone should be able to look at your map and know what it is that they are looking at. The next steps will be to create such a map. Click Zoom In under View and zoom into the area depicting the 50 United States and Puerto Rico. Save this project as population_map. Under Project, select New Print Layout. Name this file population_map. Under Add Item, select Add Map, and then draw a box in the layout area in which your map will appear. You can resize and move this map around as you choose. Then add components to make your map interpretable, such as a legend, scale bar, title, etc. These can all be done under Choices under Add Item. Once you are finished, go under Layout to export your map into whatever format you choose, for example, as a JPEG file or a PDF file. You can see here the map that I created. The state labels that we did together are shown. I have then added a legend, a text box to show the source of data that includes the year in which the information was retrieved, and a scale bar to show people how distance is depicted. You should have a map somewhat similar to this as well. There are numerous QGIS online tutorials for those interested in further refining their map-making skills. In addition, there are many tutorials to learn about how a map should ideally look and components that you should incorporate as you make maps. Our environment has a significant influence on our health and well-being. GIS is a tool for integrating and visualizing spatial data from multiple sources. The U.S. Census provides geographic shapefiles as well as demographic data that can be very useful for population health assessment and monitoring. And a choropleth map is a thematic map that depicts various quantities or differences in quantities by using shading or patterning. In this course, we've provided an introduction to how to make a choropleth map. You can take this from here to create very powerful images that can be useful in public health work, as well as manipulate data in ways that can be essential for future epidemiologists. Thank you very much for joining us in this course.